Hey, it's Gabriel. So today I thought I'd just put out there some quick tips and advice for chasing after your dreams and following your goals and just having a better life in general. So in no particular order off the top of my head, number one is going to be kindness. I say practice kindness to strangers and people you know equally, and you won't know whether or not that you'll run into these people in the future or if you're going to need something from them. If you run into somebody at the store and you're nice to them, maybe you go out and your car doesn't start, and that's the person that ends up helping you because you were nice to them. Or if you end up being nice to somebody else and you're going for a job interview, and that person ends up being the person that is interviewing you, or they work at the same company, or in general, maybe they just have connections. You end up meeting them and you have a new connection that you need. But additionally, don't be kind to people just because you think you're going to gain something from it. Be kind to people so you can feel better about yourself and so you can make them feel good. If you're kind to someone, of course it makes you feel good as well, but they'll be better and kinder to other people because you put them in a better mood, and you'll be in a better mood as well. So practice kindness as much as you can. Number two is to stay focused, stay positive on your goals. So focus on your goals for the future, and when you don't get them right away, stay positive about possibly moving in the direction of your goals. Honor yourself by treating yourself well. Treat yourself with respect by knowing that you're moving in that direction and being happy about that. Don't be miserable just because you didn't succeed in the goal yet, because you have to know that you may succeed in that goal in the future. So follow your goals and stay focused on them. Stay focused on what you're doing in the present moment, and that's going to help you build yourself up enough to be able to accomplish your goals or gain whatever you think is going to make you happy in the future. So stay focused, stay on your goals. Number three, just stay goal-oriented in general. Make sure you know what your goals are and what you actually want. If you don't know what you want, then there's no point in going around complaining, because you didn't set your goals and you didn't set your ambitions, and you don't even know what it would take to make you happy. So at least spend a moment, because this will help you a lot. Spend a moment and think about what you actually want in the future and what you're going for. If you are just going with the flow, then you are going to be a product of your environment, and you're going to be controlled by the circumstances. You're not going to be in control yourself. The world's going to control you, your emotions are going to control you, and not yourself. So if you take direction, you're going to end up finding yourself a little better off if you know where you're going. Number four, of course, is to take responsibility for your life. If you take responsibility for your life and you tell yourself that you're responsible, then you can take credit for the things that go well in your life. Now, the things that go negative in your life, you know that you're responsible, and then you don't sit there and you don't blame people, you don't blame circumstances, you don't act like it's out of your control. If you have somebody to blame, then they have control of you. They have control of your life and the way that you feel. But if you take responsibility and you say, well, this happened, but it might not have been my fault, although I am still in control of my life and I'm still responsible for the way that things work out, then that's a better approach, and that's a better way of thinking about things, instead of saying, oh, well, he's to blame and I give up, So going on to number five, of course, never give up. Don't quit on something just because it's difficult in the moment. So many people give up, and that's the way that they don't make it to their dreams. You could be like one step or one day or 1 week just from accomplishing these dreams. You could be so close. So if you give up, of course you're not going to make it because you threw in the towel and you quit. But the people that do make it, they're willing to fail as many times as it takes to actually make it there. And what they'll do is they'll fail, but they might change their approach and still be going toward that dream. So if I want to make $100,000 a year, let's say, from a career, then what I need to do is think about what it's going to take to get that $100,000, obviously. So I'll compare myself maybe, okay, so say I make $30,000 a year or something like that, hypothetically. Make $30,000 a year, I want to make $100,000 a year. Okay, so what are people that are making $100,000 a year doing currently? Or what can build me up enough to be able to be of value that somebody would pay me $100,000 a year? What kind of jobs are out there that pay $100,000 a year? What will my circumstances or life look like if I was making $100,000 a year? Because digressing on that, you should understand why you want $100,000 a year and not want $100,000 a year just to accomplish it. Because gaining the money isn't something you should just be going for in itself. It should be either what you're becoming or what you can do with the money, you know, not just putting it in your bank account. If you have a bigger dream, you want to make $100,000 a year so that you can one day be a millionaire, well, that goes into that. So then if you understand why you want to be a millionaire, it's going to make making $100,000 a year a smaller goal and actually less overwhelming than becoming a millionaire. Of course, that's going to be the larger goal. So making the $100,000 a year, that might be easy for you. And then getting to the million, that might be harder. So then you'll have to understand why that you want that million as well. Understanding that you want the 100,000, that's going to get you a step there. But take one step at a time. Don't focus so much on the larger goal. Focus on what you're going to do today and focus on what you're going to end up doing the step after that. So if you take it one step at a time, you're going to understand your direction and you're going to understand every little step in between your large goal and where you are right now. And maybe you're not where you are right now because you also need to understand what you're not doing or what you're not doing correctly. So maybe it's that you're not working as hard or you're staying in that 9 to 5. If you're making a certain amount of money in a 9 to 5 job, and then you want to make $100,000. Maybe there's something you should be doing after work, or maybe there's something you should be doing that 9 to 5 instead of the current job that you're doing. So you have to kind of understand your life, what you want to do with your life, what you're going to do to make that money, and where it's going to take you. How much of a better person are you becoming? Because realistically, the money isn't what anybody should be thinking about. They should be thinking about, if they set their goal for the money, what kind of person are they going to become? Are they going to become a better person? Because if the money is going to make you a worse person, then there's no point in going after it. Of course, it's not the money that makes somebody a worse person. It's what they value or what they do with the money or the way that they think about the money. If you need to, of course, step on people to get that money or to hurt people to get that money, then the money is not worth it at all. If you can find a way to help people and that's going to give you the money, then of course that's the ideal situation because you're doing positive things in order to gain something positive. So there's nothing wrong with having money, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to have money and save it up in your future, you know, wanting to gain money or make money, save money. There's nothing wrong with that. In that sense, money isn't evil. Money is only evil if you do bad things to acquire it. So I hope this video has been very helpful for you. These are just some things to help you think positive on a daily basis and things to chase after your dreams, you know. So be kind, be focused, be goal-oriented, know what you want, follow your dreams, follow your ambitions, never give up. Never, ever, ever give up. Keep chasing after your dreams. If you realize that you're going after a dream and you kind of change it away, you tweak it in a way because you realize that exact dream might not be right, that's okay. That doesn't count as giving up. That counts as pursuing something that you realize that you actually want. You know, before I wanted to be in film and a film career, but I realized that, you know what, that actually was a little hollow for me. That wasn't something I wanted. And doing film for a little while and working at a TV station, I realized that, you know, they would give me a salary and I would do this, that, and other thing, and they would tell me what to do, and I would create these little projects. And really, it wasn't creating anything truly meaningful for me. Even if I enjoyed it, it wasn't contributing to the world. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to contribute to the world, to people and to animals, and I want to help as many people as I possibly can. So I ended up deciding that that direction was not correct for me in that job field. I still had ambitions of, becoming a better person, of course, and being in a career where I can make good money and things of that. So I focused and I figured out that my main goal wasn't to work in a television station. My main goal was to help people and to achieve a certain level of success and achieve a certain income. So those were actually my main goals. And when I was working in television, I realized that I didn't have to be working in television in particular. It wasn't just like being in film that was my main goal or anything like that. And if it is, that's perfectly fine, but you just have to understand yourself and understand what you truly want. So anyway, again, I hope this advice has been very helpful for you, and I hope you have a great day.